Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online PTS video with me, Sherman. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at Blackwood, and not in the sense of what you think. We're going to be taking a look at Blackwood, the zone. We're going to travel around it, we're going to take a look at it, and see what all it has to offer. But before I do have a little bit of new information about how I'm going to be doing things with PTS. I'm not going to cover PTS patch notes anymore. I'm going to cover launch patch notes. The reason for that is because PTS patch notes are going to change. There's going to be some adjustments and stuff, and I'd much rather cover the launch information more than the PTS information. So, we'll be taking a look at PTS and the stuff on it over the next couple of weeks. But we're going to start by taking a look at Blackwood. So here we go. Blackwood is a new zone that is being added to the game with the new chapter, Blackwood. This is the main city. I'm right outside of it. As you can see, it has all the amenities that we would need in any town. This is the zone map, and you can see we have another town over here called Gideon. We have a lot of explorable space, it looks like. Not sure. We have a delve right outside the main town, which is kind of interesting, I thought. But we are going to take a look at all this stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and jump on our mount. And if you guys are wondering where Blackwood is located, it is not in the location that many of us perceived. It is actually right here. It is between Elsewhere and Murkmire and Shadowfen. It is in between all three of them. The way they explained it in the trailer, or in the videos and the stuff, was that it was going to be between Cyrodiil and Shadowfen. It is not. It is between Elsewhere and Shadowfen and Murkmire. I always love how they leave a little chunk of the map, unaccessible. So we'll have to wait and see what gets added. So let's go ahead and take a ride around the zone. So as you see here, we got some really cool environment art. I'd probably have to say this is as good as Somerset so far, from what I've seen. That delve, by the way, is right here. Cool looking entrance. I'm not going to go into it, namely because I'm waiting to do that in other videos. Go ahead and head up north here, taking a look. We'll see where the road connects into Elsewhere. We got a
champion has arrived.
White Stallion place. Looks like we got a portal or a way shrine back here, which is interesting that they put a way shrine back up on a hill back here. This is probably, yep, it's gonna be one of the border areas. So this looks like we could take us into the Elsewhere chapter. Northern Elsewhere. Yep. Cool. Alright. Alright, we got another road heading off to the north. Excuse me for clearing my throat and stuff. I can't help it. It is part of who I am now. Alright, we got a camp, it looks like, up here. Like some Imperials are hanging out. The zone so far, from just riding through it, does feel pretty big. I won't say it feels like enormously big, but it does feel big enough that you feel like you're part of something. Like, it feels like it's part of something bigger. Looks like we don't have attachment there yet. And that's the end of the road there. Of course, it's not the full map. You know, we can't explore back into there. Let's go around this way. Alright, what do we got over here? We got a way shrine attached to what looks like an old ruined keep of this way shrine. This will also make it a lot easier for me to do some stuff later on. Alright, so what do we got back here? Got a keep with what kind of enemies in here? Don't tell me there's no enemies in here. That's pretty lame so far. Fort Redmayne. Alright, cool. Very cool. Alright. So let's go ahead and head across here. We got a point of interest. Whatever the eyeball thing is. The Shrine of Nocturnal. Ah.
Lady Nocturnal, I beg you.
Interesting.
Bear the consequence of your failure,
I don't want to listen to any of that. Don't want to ruin the story.
I command you to speak with me.
Shush. I would speak to you, Nocturnal, but we've had differences in the past. Looks like we got another delve here.
Ah, giant one! The Duke of Crows requests your help.
Oh, the crows are back. Very cool. I will have to say that this zone definitely feels a little bit bigger than the last one we've got, you know, elsewhere, or Greymoor. Ooh, ominous keep with fog and stuff around it. Not always a good sign. Looks like we got a crafting station. Let's check out what craft we have over here. Diamond's Victory. One of the new sets being added to the game. Go ahead and max out this and see what we got. So, this one adds weapon and spell damage, weapon or critical chance, weapon and spell damage, and then while in combat, using an ability with a range of 7 meters or less grants you range supremacy for 5 seconds, adding 381 weapon and spell damage to your damage over time and ranged attacks. While in combat, using this ability with a range over 7 meter grants melee supremacy with... Okay. So it gives you either range supremacy or melee supremacy. That's pretty cool. Nice set. I have to definitely check that out on the PTS with. Right, moving on. Daddy. Oh no! Don't shoot me. Alright, let's go ahead and explore a little bit more. So, interesting they put this old ominous castle up here on this hill. Definitely going to be a quest location of some kind for something. Oh, it's not a quest location. It is one of the public dungeons. Yes, you guys get to see me earn champion points while I travel around. Alright. Zenithar's Abbey. We heard a little bit about that in the live stream.
So,
the quest for it.
Captain who set the goblins on Cumberland's watch.
We are going to head down and around. We're going to head up over into this area. So let's go ahead and head down. I'm really liking the zone layout so far. I like the fact that there is a lot more different types of monsters in the zone, too, that we don't normally see. See, look at that. That's just ominous. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to find out what's in there. Of course, I'll be doing most of that stuff when this goes live. We got a world boss inside a keep over here. Let's go check that out. We won't try and solo the world boss. We will check it out, though. So it looks like we have some 4 enemies that are fighting, or we got to fight in here. So this is probably something you want to do more with a group than try and take on by yourself. The zone is definitely feeling like it's got a lot in it so far, but again, until we explore and we see everything, we can't really give a definitive. I will say this though, that they've done a really good job art-wise and aesthetic-wise on the zone to make it feel very, very Cyrodiil type landscape. Actually more of a conversion from that from what Cyrodiil has, but giving it its own flavor, kind of. Oh, we got another ominous looking ruin down here with some spellcasters and such. And take a right around. We got lots of undead and spirits around it. Very cool. Okay. And it looks like we can go into Gideon now. We're gonna go grab the way shrine for Gideon. Take a look around inside of Gideon to see what it has to offer. A couple gators outside. Got like a stable. NPCs are definitely having some load time problems. So Gideon really doesn't have that much. It feels very barren. By the look of it, like it is literally just a merchant tavern. All right. A lot of people would probably be hoping for more out of this. Looks like a quest hub. And that's not being mean, that's being me just telling the truth about how I feel about it. Alright, heading up north. Looks like we got a crypt out here. Locked. So not part of a quest, just appearance. Definitely cool. Got a little house back here. Some of those new critters, the death hoppers. One of the new enemies in the zone. Like I said, definitely looking like they tried to fill out the land with a lot of stuff. With a lot of like space in between for travel time and stuff like that. Another crafting place. Wonder which one is here. Let's go take a look. Go to the clothing station this time. So this is the Heartland Conqueror set. And this one does weapon and spell damage, max magicka, max stamina on the 2 to 3 and 4 piece, and the 5 piece. And increase the effectiveness of your weapon trait by 100%. This does not affect ornate or intricate traits. Alright, that would be really good for somebody playing more of a hybrid, I guess. But definitely cool. I'm glad they're adding more sets to allow hybridization. And it seems like they're pushing that a lot with this update, with a lot of the changes they've made to gear sets and stuff. And if you're wondering about gear sets and their functionality in this new update, I do use a proc set. That's with my base weapon damage. I don't have it. I can max it out if I get a group buff and everything. And I can actually push it to the old point of what it was before. Not as well as I'd like to, but it still works. Like we got an estate here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and ride up north here. Should be coming across a delve soon. Because according to the patch notes, first companion is in the northwest. Or northeast, and that's where we're at, is the north on the map now. Really interesting, very swamp aesthetic over in this area. I like it. I like how it's kind of slowly heading into that.
I knew if I waited here long enough I'd find you.
I don't know who you are, so I'm gonna pretend like whatever it is you're trying to tell me doesn't exist. Alright. Looks like we found the
I admit it's
people
quite
from
a story,
Somerset.
but I know the difference between a tall tale and a large
That's pretty cool.
I'll help however I can.
Pretty cool. Looks like we got a part of the main quest is up over here in this area of the land.
So sure I believe it myself.
Another creepy looking area back here. West. We got a way shrine. Ah, we got a delve to the north. Now, whether or not this is the delve where what's his name is supposed to be, don't know. But I do want to mark it. Argonian outside of it. Blood Run Cave, huh? So far, again, zone feels very filled out, which is nice. It's open. It's not cramped. One of the problems that Summer or Greymore had was the zone felt very cramped in how they placed everything. I do like this transition though from the more Cyrodiilic plains or Cyrodiil plains into this like swamp kind of depth. I think that's really cool. I like it when they do that. We got a world boss coming up. Go take a look at it. It's near a swamp of some kind. Oh, and some plants. Oh, it's a giant battle toad. Look at that. Deathwort. Interesting. That looks very solo friendly. What is that? Oh, it's an open plant. I was like, that looks like a new monster. Alright, cool. Very cool so far. We got some type of housing or house down here. The hazelnut discovered. Sorry about that. My dog freaks out when anybody moves in the house. You think the world was ending. This is a quest hub. Again, another quest area. What if you get a quest? Very interesting. Because now we're getting into more of the Argonian like crossover. I don't like the new riding animation, like speed animation from getting some of the buffs that we have now for mount speed. Ooh, I like it. This is very cool. Very reminiscent of Murkmire over here, with the way the house is up on stilts. This is another delve back here. And it's not just any delve, or dolmen, or delve I should say. It is the delve where you meet one of the characters.
Hail, Wayfarer.
I don't know which one, but I know that they showed one like this for the Dark Elf, so that might be where you meet her. You got some oozes, very cool, very reminiscent of the Shadowfen. Well, more Murkmire, but the fact that they've added it is very cool. I'm glad that they take assets from other locations and have brought them in here. But we got that other delve. This is really cool so far. I'm really digging it. Sorry for my old man lingo. West out in the middle of nowhere.
To an outsider to bring a curse down upon a sacred shrine.
Glenbridge. Very interesting. I hate to say this. I feel like I'm not running across that many way shrines. Another person. Probably the same quest giver for that area. Different location. Or very interesting Iliad type runes back here. Again, I always like it when they add things like this that give you that Like, there has to be something back here kind of vibes. Plateau of the Traveler discovered. Cool. We're gonna take our traveler butts down this hill. Ah, the last of the crafting station. Hidden in the back of the map. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool. So I will be showing off each of the sets like not individually, but I will be going over them in another video and kind of taking a look at their different stuff. Go ahead and take a look at this one, what it has to offer. So this does health recovery, stamina recovery, mag recovery, and then dealing damage with a light or medium attack heals you for X amount of health and restores X amount of stamina and magicka. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack heals for X amount of health and restores even more stamina and magicka. Very interesting. A recovery set. Haven't seen a lot of those in the game for a while. Like, nothing new. So we know where the 3 crafting stations are, which is kind of cool. One's outside of the Penetric Run, one is outside of Atanzil, and then we have one to the south outside of the trial, Rock Grove. We are going to take a look at the trial area. We're not going to go inside, of course. So far, again, I like the layout of the map. I like the feel of the zone, how the transition happens. Like, I like how when you get further down south here, it literally turns into oh, here we go, Stone Wastes. This is, of course, right outside of the trial. We got a way shrine over here. So this must be the trial to the south. Let's go over here. We're going to get the way shrine, and then we'll head south, and we'll take a look at the trial entrance. I hope some people are excited for the new content. I'm excited for it. To be honest, I wasn't excited for some of the changes I read about. I wanted to see them before I said anything, so but I will be doing videos on that later. So right now I'm not going to discuss any of the major changes coming to the game or anything like that, because honestly, right now I need to look at it more before I give my overall feedback. Eyeball. Point of interest. Of course, I'm not even going to play through the story on the PTS. I will get the companions and talk about them. Well, this. Yeah, that's not ominous at all. Death Shrine out in the middle of nowhere. We haven't even seen one of those new portals yet, the Daedric portals, which I think is kind of weird that we haven't seen one. The new Oblivion portals. But they are supposed to spawn random in the map, but nobody knows for certain if that's true, and you can't see them on the map either. So here's the trial entrance. Very cool. A lot of us were really hoping that the trial would have been in the other plane, but like where Mehrunes Dagon was. Guess we'll have to wait. Alright, so go ahead and head back over to the Way Shrine area, and we're going to head through the swamp lands themselves. I do like the layout, though, of everything so far. I really like the way the art is in the zone, where they kind of mixed and matched like they did with the Murkmire. Imperial with the Argonian architecture. Really like that. And I really love how when you're riding through, the zone, it feels big, it feels large. And that's something that I've missed in the last couple of releases, is like that sense of like, this is a lot bigger than it looks. So we found 5 of the delves, we found 2 of the 5 world bosses so far, but this is just to look at the zone, not to give a layout of every location. Ah, there we go. One of the portals to oblivion found on the map. Look, it's here. That's actually pretty cool, I have to admit. This looks like the public, or not the public dungeon, the delve could reach around the backside here, which is really cool. That's something you don't see, we don't see a lot, is the outside of a delve like that, which I think is excellent when they do stuff like that, where they give you this big open environment to explore like this. Wow, another really cool open scene with that, the transition between that Cyrodiil fill and the swamp. Really like it. I like how they have the behemoth brutes out here too. Let's take a ride this way. Oh, we got another boss over here. We're gonna go ahead and grab it, because I do plan on showing every world boss in it. Doing some about them. So very cool. Looks like some, ooh, it looks like 2 Minotaur bosses that we're gonna have to fight here. Very cool. As long as they're not as hard as the Minotaur in the Dark Brotherhood zone. I think that'd be really good. Like we missed a public dungeon somehow. Blue Blood sounds like an Argonian name. Way shrine down here. Blue Blood way shrine. Very interesting. So we got 1, 2, 3 world bosses over, pretty much spread out pretty decently. This is probably a public dungeon over here, is my guess. Unless it's up here. Never know. Get back that way, just to see. Oh, some floating assets. Hopefully their QA team will find that and let them know. And if you are on the PTS and you want to report any things like that, if you type in / help, or saying not help, yeah, I don't even remember what to type. But there is a thing that you can type that can get you into that, or you can also just hit escape, or hit, like, open your inventory, go to the help screen, and there should be a thing here that says customer support. And you can go in here and you can go feedback and bug. So / bug. And you can report anything that you find on the PTS wrong with the zone or the different information, different locations. That is, again, a very ominous looking area up there with all the fog around it. My guess is that that is either a major quest part in the story, or it is the public dungeon. Public dungeon. So here you go. This is the entrance to the next public dungeon. Looks very Argonian architecture, which is cool. So this one might have more to do with the Argonian stuff, which is always fun. Silent. Not even gonna say it. Oh, that is the next one. Silent Halls. Very cool zone so far. I mean, I will admit, I haven't explored everything. I haven't looked at everything. But just from what we've seen in this little bit of a preview on the PTS, I will say that it is definitely something that I can get into. Not just story-wise, but something I could spend some time in. And I love the architecture of it. I love the art that what the art design team did with the zones and the world builders did. It looks like it fits in this area of the world. No offense to anyone, but Greymoor felt like it fit to some degree. Not 100%. Elsewhere felt like it fit. Where it did. Now remember, every new chapter has 5 world bosses, 5 delves, 2 public dungeons, 3 crafting stations, and we found most of it. So, kind of excited to get involved in this new stuff. What I really can't wait for is for it to be live. We do have to go through the 5 weeks of PTS. Checking everything out, making sure everything works properly. And I like how this, the major city has multiple entrances and exits. I don't really care for the instance town stuff. Like,
if the counselor is in Leowin or the surrounding countryside.
Don't really have much to say about other than that. Alright, now we're back to where we started. And that is the preview of the Blackwood chapter by me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really am liking the new zone layout. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it wouldn't feel as big as it is. It does feel very compacted though with the content. When you're writing through it, it feels very like there's a lot more there than normal. I do have to say that the idea of traveling between Shadowfen, elsewhere into this area is gonna make this zone that much better. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how people like it and everything like that. But so far, that is the Blackwood area of the game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Tell me if you like it or if you dislike it, if you want to see more stuff, or if you can't wait yourself to get into the zone. And always, you can always get on PTS and check it out for yourself. That's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you guys know what's coming next. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. And if you do subscribe, I do suggest you click that notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you in game. Bye.